It will be recorded. Does anyone have a question I would like to ask? You know, for the last few days, I've been talking quite a bit about the end of the year, the cycle of energy which comes to an end. And it's just an incredible reminder of how important it is to truly let go, to not hold on to things that encumber us, that keep us from growing, to make us angry, upset, nervous. I mean, and how do you do this? That really is the big question. You know, you can't just say, well, today I'm going to let go of everything. It doesn't work. I mean, through my inner work, I've learned that the continuous doing the inner work gives one the capacity inside to finally let go of things, to bring cycles to an end, to walk away from things that encumber us and keep us from, you know, truly having a spiritual life, being happy people. And, and well, people often ask, well, how do you know? And, it's a question that I really can't answer, because when that takes place, when you're ready to move on, when you're ready for a major change, when you're ready to let go of all the things that make you guilty, make you afraid, make you and keep you from functioning on the highest levels of what it means to be a human being. When those things manifest, it's very clear that it's time to let go of them. We don't have to know the source, where they come from, what we did 50 years ago, 30 years ago to create this condition. It's not necessary. All that's necessary is we let go. Suddenly there's this pain inside us goes away. This heaviness we carry around inside us goes away. The cycle has come to an end, and we have built an organic inner life that is strong enough to just let it go. And it's always replaced, and what it's replaced with is a higher level of living, of being, of consciousness. And what I've learned in my life is that no matter what it comes, I have to be strong enough not to be attached to it. And I have to be strong enough to understand that it's nothing more than a step on a ladder. And the ladder gets me closer to my spiritual enlightenment. One more thing that I have to learn from. I have to learn how to open to and let it be a teacher to me. And then I have to learn how to be free of it, not to encumber me, not to keep me from doing my spiritual work, not to keep me from opening, living with my heart open, with love inside me. It's a great time of the year to be reminded of this, because it's, as I always say, there's always a mixture of little joy and heaviness that comes with this time of the year. The heaviness is letting go, having to surrender the old and open to the new. The joy is the possibilities of the new and what it could bring to one's life. And what I think is really something that happens all the time is people go into the new year with this kind of thing inside. Yes, I'm going to make all these, resolutions to change things in my life. And then, a week goes by too, and it just becomes the same old stuff again. Because they didn't prepare themselves deep enough inside to truly let go. Does anyone have a question they would like to? To me, this is always a very sacred time of the year. Not an easy time of the year, but a sacred one. It makes me very grateful. Did somebody have a question?
Stuart, yes. I want just to share with all of you here. I was very ill, sick. It was I had very strong headache, but I used the meditation, and I use all that you told us or me, and I make it. I was very ill. If I didn't do that, I had to go to hospital. I mean it.
Well, Flora, God bless you. I mean, that's what you're here to learn from me. That's what I teach. How to use this inner work to overcome problems in life, whether it's illness, whether it's family problems, whatever it is, job problem, how to stay centered, how to keep your heart open, how to have the strength, and also how to recognize if I need to go to a doctor, I'll go to a doctor. Not to say, well, I'm going to do it, and then you wind up at a ventilator or a hospital.
I will say this too. When I meditate, after that, I knew what to do. Actually, yes. I make the medicine, old medicine from my grandmother, and every 4 hours take Paracet and everything. I did the right thing because day 2, I get much better, and 3, I know I'm make it now. I didn't just, yes, it's true that you say, but I was in contact with myself and God, and they tell me what to do, I think.
Well, what can I say for except that's wonderful. And, at the same time, if one has to make decisions, there are times you have to go see a doctor. You have to take care of. I had a friend of mine who once broke his ankle, and he said, well, I'm not going to go to a doctor. Now, doctors can fix those things blindfolded, and I'm going to use acupuncture. I'm going to use this. He spent the rest of his life limping.
No.
Never got fixed. And I said, why don't you go to a doctor? No, I don't want to go. I'll do this my own. I said, look, we have to be conscious of what life makes available to us and how to use life in an intelligent way. And that's what what I try to teach is building an inner life that develops consciousness, how to live in the world and not how to, well, my ego, my mind knows better than, it's not how to let life teach us to live in the world and to use what the world provides in order for us to grow in our lives, for us to truly, overcome illness and overcome problems that manifest in our lives. So, I'm very pleased. I'm thrilled. Look, I tell you this 50 times already. I look at you and I see a miracle, Flora. What you were like when I first met you, I said, oh God, this is going to be a job. And look at you today. You look beautiful, And,
thank you.
No,
thank you.
And I just, that to me is enough of a reward to make me happy today, Just seeing how much you've grown and also everyone else here, how much you've developed and grown, and the clarity I see in your faces, and the love inside you, and probably above everything else, the gratitude that I see in people that come and attend these classes. And this is not easy. We got to stare into a computer, for God's sake, you know? Can't even hug each other after the class, you know? I mean, it's unbelievable, you know? And it works. I don't know how it works. It just works. And I can see it in the faces of everyone who's in attendance here. And that to me just represents a really successful year. And not here, you know, I have another class in the Americas, and there's always 30 to 40 people in that class. And I see it in their faces, how much they have grown, you know, and how much gratitude there is. At the end of the class, people going, thank you, Stuart, thank you. You know, and it just touches me so deeply, and it really inspires me to do this. And frankly, I never in my life ever dreamed I would be teaching, you know, Kundalini yoga into a computer. And look what's happened. It's amazing. So bless you all and thank you. And, you know, we'll have a class on Tuesday. Again, you know, if you know people that want to come and, you know, I mean, you know, look, I discovered in order to get one real student, I have to have 20 people come through my life. So I'm always open to new people because I never know who's going to come and who the person is that will become a real student. So God bless you all. Thank you. And I'm looking forward to seeing everybody on Tuesday.
Bless you too, and thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Stuart.
You're welcome.